We talk it out, no time to waste. Ooh, yeah. Face to face, we set the pace. Hey, hey. Love so strong, no need to race. We hold it tight in every space, making it last. Oh, making it last. Yeah, yeah. Through the future, through the past. Building it high, keeping it fast. Communication, making it last. Making it last. Oh, making it last. Yeah, yeah. Through the future, through the past. Building it high, keeping it fast. Communication, making it last.
It's time for another conversation. Welcome to Making It Last podcast, where it's all about helping us to have better relationships, not just with ourselves, but with other people. And I'm here with David Mould. He is the director for Laymen for Religious Liberty Ministries, and this is based in Dillon, Florida. They've been around for a long time, maybe before some of you were born, from about 1979. Before we unpack the topic, just tell us a little bit about your ministry, David. So people
Started off in prison, working in prison ministries as a graduate student at Columbia University in New York, and encountered a murderer preaching in the Queen's House of Detention. It changed my life. I was invited to go to one Sabbath to prison. I'd never been to prison before. I deserved to be there based on what I had done in my past. Calvin Savage was his name, and that started a whole career in prison ministry from about 1970. Before I was baptized, I preached my first sermon in prison. I moved on from there to religious liberty after I felt we had done enough in prison ministry to get other people going. And after training workers all over the country, and even here in Jamaica, opening up the General Penitentiary, St. Catherine District Prison, Fort Augusta Prison, and a number of other prisons back in the church. It became, what should I do? I needed more.
Okay.
After a decade of that, I felt, something. The church has opened its eyes to prison work. Let me move on. Religious liberty seemed the next niche, and we fell into that in 1989.
Okay.
Haven't looked back.
Okay. All right, so we're going to be unpacking the faith to connect and to give individuals a context. You told me before us starting this recording about your trip to Iran, I believe it was, yes?
Yes, it is.
Tell us a little bit about that trip and what has happened since then.
I have a particular burden for the Jews.
Okay.
And traveled to Israel with my son, my deceased son now, wanting to film at the Dome of the Rock in front of the third most sacred shrine in all Islam. I wanted to do something there, but I was told quite upfront, if you mention the name Jesus, you get stoned. So that meant no filming at the Dome of the Rock. The long and the short of it is, what I actually went to Iran for was the same thing that drew me to Israel. I wanted to elaborate the prophecy of Daniel 9:25. And I believe in being on the ground.
Okay.
If I was going to talk about the Dome of the Rock, I wanted to be there. And actually went to Iran hoping to find the spot. Daniel in Daniel 8 says he was in the palace at Shushan. That was in Daniel 8, and I wanted to be as close as I could to where he had this encounter with the angel Gabriel, for the purpose of influencing Jews. Because this is a prophecy that predicted when specifically Jesus would come, the year he would arrive. And that was my purpose in going to Iran, wanting to be there, but it broadened into something else when I recognized how much the Iranians adore to this day the person they consider the founder of their nation. You and I'm assuming, refer to him as Cyrus, King Cyrus, the Persian king.
Okay.
To the Iranians, he's Kurash. He's known as Kurash the Great. And watching the love that they still have for him, the zeal that they still have for him, it began to dawn on me, we haven't even come close to to really tapping into this potential for reaching Muslim, this, and it's not a universal love for Quraysh, it's a love by the Iranians who are a particular, what is it, Shia or Sunni, I've lost track. They have this thing for him, and my thinking is if we could build our approach to Islam around Quraysh, around his role in getting the prophecy going, because it was his decree initially which launched the prophecy. We know it was expanded upon by 2 other Iranian kings, but that's what drew me there. It's thinking I'll be influencing the Jews, only to find out that Iran could be impacted perhaps as much, if not more, than the Jews. And that's what drew me. You can fire off with your next question, but that was the whole purpose of my being there, was to film something that I thought could impact the Jews, only to find out David
It went into something else. So how then do you think this can be done then?
easily. I'm in the midst of it.
Okay. And
We're
that is,
producing a video called Quraysh the Great and the Prophecy of Daniel 9:25. I'm scheduled to travel to about a half a dozen countries in the next few months. Going back to Israel, we want to retrace the steps that the Babylonians took on their journey from Jerusalem. They didn't leave a roadmap in the Bible, but they would not have traveled through the desert, which would have meant suicide to them and their animals. They had to follow the water, which meant traveling north through Lebanon, perhaps branching off to Damascus in Syria, which has now opened up to us. We can go and film. Or maybe they went all the way north to Turkey where the Euphrates starts. They wouldn't have gone up to the origin of the Euphrates, but certainly they would have meandered. They would have stayed close to water and ended up going through Syria and through Iraq, ending up in Babylon. That's the trail that I want to follow on camera, for the whole purpose of saying to the Jews, we consider this leg of your history so vital. So it's not strictly necessary for the amplification of the prophecy, but the way I do things. Think of Cecil DeMille and how he may have, and I don't consider myself a DeMille. Somebody just brought him to mind a week or so ago.
okay.
I want my feet on the ground, and I want to follow to give God of my very best. It's not strictly necessary for me to go there, but I want to film. I want to drink out of the very wells that they may have drunk water from. I want to walk through to Damascus and from Damascus onto the Euphrates. But that's.
Why do you think this is so important to do? What is the, how
I'll tell
can,
you, easily.
okay.
Easily. Islam is a false religion, and it needs to be shown to the world to be false. You mightn't like that for your podcast, but I'm just telling you what motivates me.
Okay.
But you can open your
okay.
Bible. I'll take you to one chapter in the Bible, Matthew 24. You'll find the word shall over 50 times. Every shall is a prophecy.
Okay.
Jesus is saying this shall happen, that shall happen, that. There is nothing like that in the Quran. Not one word of prophecy. And I think that is Islam's Achilles heel, and it needs to be shown to the world. While Judaism and Christianity are full of predictions of what is to come, Islam has none. None from the Quran, which they claim was dictated to Muhammad by the angel Gabriel. The same Gabriel that the Muslims call him Jibreel.
Okay.
That is Islam's Achilles heel, and it must be shown to the world. You're searching for truth? Forget Islam. They can't tell you what's coming tomorrow. Christianity can, Judaism can, not Islam.
For somebody who will say, okay, you literally quote unquote just, I'm going to resort to vernacular, you mash my con right now.
Intending to.
Ah, okay.
Not apologizing. We'll mash it again.
okay. For some who are not as
Passionate.
as you are, or as certain of some of the things that you've been exposed to, what would you say to some people who are saying, when I want to reach others, I don't want to be offensive?
I understand that. I don't particularly want to be offensive
Okay,
either, but there are
okay.
some times when you're speaking truth, when you're going to step on corns, like it or not.
Okay.
In Islam or in Iran, I had 2 questions put to me, which have helped me, have firmed me up. One, we were in a city called Hamadan, where you'll find the tomb of Mordecai and Esther to this day. And one of the guys heard me talking about prophecy. And by the way, I'm shaking because I'm told I might have beginning Parkinson's.
Okay.
It may be a lack of vitamin B as well as it could be Parkinson's. That's one of the reasons why I want to move as fast as I can. I don't know how much longer I have here.
Fair enough.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
The guy put the question to me. He heard me talking. He turned to me and he said, prophecy, what is that? That's a Muslim talking. What is prophecy? No, they have a body of literature called the Hadith, not the Quran. I'm focusing on the Quran, which is their holy book. I want to know what Muhammad claims Gabriel told him.
Okay.
In the Hadiths is the traditions about what Muhammad is supposed to have said. I don't give a rat's behind what he was supposed to have said. I want the thing in writing. Show me what Islam teaches, your holy book, not what people say Muhammad said. Show me from your holy book what you believe.
There are a lot of persons, though, David, who they grew up being a particular religion.
You and I too.
Okay. What will you say to somebody who will listen and who will watch this, who sometimes are still not too sure if what they have grown up believing is what is truth?
The word of God is sharper than a two-edged sword. It has a power, an innate power in and of itself. I don't intend being, what I'm saying now on this podcast is not necessarily the way I come across in the video.
Okay.
All right, you're getting a different flavor here. For whatever reason, maybe I'm tired, embarrassed that my hand is shaking like a leaf. I'm trying to, and knowing with the time constraints, I'm trying to say as much as I can in a shorter time as possible. To the person who is timid, I believe that what I've already said is enough to shake off any timidity you might have. When you look at what Islam claims and compare it to one piece of paper out of the Bible with the word shall. There's a question, there's a statement in the book of Isaiah 41:23. There's one verse and it says, God is issuing a challenge and he's speaking through Isaiah and he says, show the things to come, Isaiah 41:23, that we may know that you are God. Show the things to come. That's God's challenge to the planet, that we may know that you are God. And in my day growing up, it was before years, there was a song, Mr. Big Stuff, who do you think you are? That's the question anybody should ask of Muhammad. Show the future. You say you're a prophet? Show the, oh, you can't call yourself a prophet and don't have a prophecy. Come now, and the world just accepts it. Ridiculous.
We talk it out, no time to waste. Face to face, we set the pace. Hey, hey, love so strong, no need to race.
Hi everyone, Delmas Brown here, National Debating Champion 2017, also graduate of Northern Caribbean University, Governor General Awardee for Excellence 2018, and also international researcher, international debater, among other things. Now, the reason behind this video is to introduce you to the world's best communications coach who has made all of these kinds of accomplishments possible. Now, for 4 years, I had the opportunity, or privilege rather, to be coached by Noreen Daly, a communications speech specialist who has done a very phenomenal job at ensuring that I no longer use unnecessary filler vocabulary, and who has also taught me the essence of communicating.
Brief time out for a moment to say a big thank you to our MC, Noreen Daly. She did a wonderful job, and I would recommend her. I would recommend that you have her at any event that you have coming up. So from the Browns, thank you, Miss Daly. Thank you so much.
Langdo Language Institute was created to meet your language and communication needs. All of our packages were created just for you. We are passionate about language and dedicated to your success. We offer the CSEC English program, the Study Body program, the Get Ahead with English program, and the Business Communication program. Contact us at 767-285-0938 or email us at landolanguage@gmail.com. Because the real question is, how can we help you?
We talk it out, no time to waste. Ooh, yeah. Face to face, we set the pace. Hey, hey. Love so strong, no need to race.
As we're wrapping up, because I don't want people to think that the purpose of this podcast was to, highlight just one particular region. Because at the end of the day, it's really about helping people to strengthen their relationship with God or a higher being, whatever they see that being to be. What would you want to leave with them so that that is not the last impression?
Okay. I would like to leave with your audience relationships that have been forged with Muslims as a result of my visit.
Okay.
When I went to Iran, first of all, I didn't have the first penny. I didn't know anybody there. We didn't have visa. The Lord answered all our prayers. I found a guide, found a cameraman, showed up at the airport in Tehran without a visa. The man asked me, what do you do for a living? I said, I'm an evangelist. Same way, sir, I'm not going to lie. About 10 minutes later, they came back, evangelist, what is that? And I told them, I write about Christian, about, But as a result of going there, I'm in frequent touch with my cameraman, my guide. The taxi driver even turned to me and said, is it true Jesus can forgive all your sins? Coming from a Muslim, I said to Father, God, I'm glad you take me here, so because wherever I go, I'm going to repeat that question. That was what was sticking in the man's craw. I don't have an adversarial relationship with these people, even though there might have been some they got paid and they got paid well for what they did. But I think the relationships have stayed. When the war between Israel and Hamas and so forth spilled over into Iran, I was on the phone with my Iranian brethren. They're Muslims, but they're my brethren. They're not adversaries, they're my friends. We treat each other with respect. But I will challenge, and I have not challenged them as vociferously as I've spoken on this podcast. Maybe because I'm totally relaxed here in Jamaica, but for whatever reason, we just connect. They call me, my cameraman calls me Sir D. And I'm going back. Nice. I'm going back because there's a place I want to film which I never filmed at the last time, which is the grave of Darius and the grave of Artaxerxes. 2,500-year-old tombs that they have scattered. My guide at the time told me he felt like he was going to die. He was a heavyweight guy and he was sweating profusely. He couldn't do much more walking. And we drove past it without my realizing what we were passing. I want to go back to film so that I can say to the world, it's not just Seventh-day Adventists with this prophecy. We may have this prophecy, but the Iranians will take it to the tombs of their kings. So no Seventh-day Adventist is creating this. When Ezra and others write about Darius and Artaxerxes, see them tomb yourself, see it for yourself. But I want people to live with the fact that I'm not an enemy of Islam. I want to challenge Islam, but the one-on-one with the Iranians has been priceless, precious. They love their food, they love their country. When they heard I was Jamaican, I have some shots I could show to you. The man giving me mangoes, not even selling me, giving me out of his fruit stand. Warm, big embrace. Listen, can I toss out my YouTube channel so people can see some of these videos?
Oh, definitely.
David E. Mould. That's the YouTube channel. Just type in Iran and everything that I've done on Iran will show up. Most of what is to come has not yet been made public. The website, LRLTV.org, and another, IFeelSure.com. That's it for me. That's all the self-advertising I will do.
Thank you so much for sharing, David. This was Making It Last podcast. it's all about helping us to have better relationships. And with relationships, we're talking spiritual relationships as well. Not just with ourselves, but with other people. I'm Noreen Daly. Until next time.
We talk it out, no time to waste. Face to face, we set the pace. Hey, hey. Love so strong, no need to race. We hold it tight in every space, making it last. Oh, making it last. Yeah, yeah. Through the future, through the past. Building it high, keeping it fast. Communication, making it last. Making it last. Oh, making it last. Yeah, yeah. Through the future, through the past. Building it high, keeping it fast. Communication, making it last.